It's the moment you all been waiting for. HMK here, back again with one of my most requested videos ever. What we need to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 Part 3. Off the bat, I'd just like to say thank you for making Part 1 and Part 2 such a hit, and thank you for your patience as I gathered my thoughts for Part 3, as the official reveal of Kingdom Hearts 3 has reformed a lot of my ideas. But it's done. I hope you guys are ready for this video. Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite video game series of all time, second only to Legend of Zelda. And I'm happy that I'm able to share my thoughts with you guys, and thank you guys for listening. Now, before I tell you the structure of the video, I just want to get what we know is facts on Kingdom Hearts 3 out of the way first. Alright, so this is what we know as fact about Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 will feature a more mature Sora. Sora will be searching for the key to return hearts. This is unknown if it's a Keyblade or not, along with Donald and Goofy. Riku will be looking for the 3 missing Keyblade wielders, Aqua, Terra, and Ventus, alongside Mickey. The game will be for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Okay. And has been in development since 2010 by the Birth by Sleep team. But Nomura and the Kingdom Hearts team are still busy on Final Fantasy 15. And once that game is completed, Nomura will pull all his resources together and complete Kingdom Hearts 3. Nomura did say that he has interest in putting Marvel and Star Wars themes in Kingdom Hearts 3, which you guys already know, or should already know, that I disagree with wholeheartedly. Get it? Heart? Wholehearted? Oh, whatever. The new graphic style is the Kingdom shader, and it looks fucking awesome. Though we see Goofy and Donald return, I have not given up my ambitions for a 3-team story. But it may be the case after the first arc of the game. You know, Donald and Goofy may only be the partners up to a point where Sora finds the key to return hearts. Then he restores the lost hearts, and then Donald and Goofy scooch! Now, the way I structured this video may be a bit hectic, lol. But bear with me, I'm gonna split this video into 3 parts, which I have dubbed premise setup, gameplay, and story absolutes with inclusions. But within each category lies more ideas and thoughts than what is to be perceived. So get ready. Now buckle down. This is what we need to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 Part 3. Let's get into it. Premise setup. Now in each Kingdom Hearts game, Sora needs some new clothes in order to set his appearance apart from other titles. Sora needs to gain a new attire for Kingdom Hearts 3 near the beginning of the game. Perhaps a bold new gray color scheme, because we did have the sort of white and red going on in the first game, the black going on in the second game, and now I feel like gray would be a perfect color for Sora. In the beginning of 2 and in Dream Drop Distance, he starts off with his original clothes, but changes them really soon, so this game should be no different. In the trailer we did see him with his Kingdom Hearts 2 attire, but that could change because this could be the beginning of the game, so yay, new clothes! Sora gaining the Master Keeper. I'm assuming that the scene of Sora finding the Master Keeper in Kingdom Hearts 3 will actually be a part of the story, but many are confused on how it got there. Well, my guess is pretty simple. Aqua must have thrown it through the door to light in the Dark Marina at some point for it to reach Sora in order for him to find Ventus at Castle Oblivion himself. It is believed that not only the Master Keeper can unlock the Chamber of Awakening, but can also revert the castle back to its former glory to the land of departure. But once Sora wakes Ventus up, it's quite obvious that Sora will lose his ability to sync Keyblades. But it's still up in the air if Sora will lose his ability to wield his own Keyblade, because we don't know if, Sora's heart being touched by Ventus automatically permanently makes him a Keyblade wielder or whatnot, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. Their new beginning, their birth by sleep. One thing that clicked in my head when I was watching all of the cutscenes of the Kingdom Hearts games over and over is the message that I failed to fully understand when I watched Blank Points. Sora will save or recreate those lost due to the proof in Blank Points. When Ansem the Wise said there are many still waiting, the next scenes are those connected to Sora that were lost, and they all say his name because they will be saved. That's the proof. Those are the people that Ansem the Wise were referring to. They will all come back. This includes Naminé, Roxas, Xion, Axel. Well, I mean, Lee is already back, so I mean, he's already taken care of. Terra, Aqua, Ventus, even Ansem the Wise. He says it himself. I am still waiting for my birth by sleep. Everyone is, including me and even you. They're coming back, people. Even though people said, oh, Xion or Naminé are not going to come back, maybe even Roxas won't come back, they're all going to come back, people. This is the Keyblade War. We need as many heads as possible. Now, recovering Terra might be a pickle because we all know the horrific situation he's in right now. But Riku, his successor, may have the chance to bring him back being a Keyblade Master or not. Here's my idea. Riku purifying Ansem to bring back Terra. A thought I had in my head is that Terra could be saved either by Riku purifying Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, as Riku does state in Dream Drop Distance.
Ansem! You're part of my heart now! Part of the light!
Ever the fool boy, and forever a pawn of the darkness!
Or he can drive out the Heartless from Terra's body. Many people believe that the true Heartless takes on the form of a Guardian. This would be much more logical because, if we simply purified Ansem, that would put the 13 Darknesses one member short. So driving out the Heartless is a better solution, so that we have Terra's body, but we just have to simply return his heart, so he can be recovered. But we still need to get in contact with the Lingering Will, and that is a source of much confusion, because a lot of people say that the Lingering Will either has Terra's mind or heart. Now, it's specified in Birth by Sleep that the Lingering Will does have Terra's mind, and Terra's heart is battling with Xehanort's heart. So Xehanort's heart may still have Terra's heart within his new body or one of the other vessels, or they just have to clear that up. But that's an idea I have in my head, that we can get Terra that way by purifying Ansem's body or driving out the Heartless out of Ansem's body, the Guardian. Also, they need to pinpoint the 7 lights immediately. Near the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, they need to specify who exactly the 7 Guardians of Light are. They have alluded to it, but they've never confirmed it. My guess is it's gonna be Sora, Riku, Mickey, Ventus, Aqua, Terra, and Kairi. Roxas was alluded to being a 7th light in Dream Drop Distance in the opening, but he seems to be replaced by Kairi. And a lot of people say, oh, Lee, since he got a Keyblade at the end of Dream Drop Distance, he can be a light. But I don't think so. Lee cannot be a light, as he is still owned and still commands the darkness. Even though he fights for the light, he still wields the darkness. And a lot of people are going to use the argument that Riku, he still uses darkness, but Riku is totally to the light, and he can't summon Corridors of Darkness anymore, because in Kingdom Hearts 2, Mickey does state he doesn't belong to the darkness anymore. However, Lee still technically does. The 13 Darknesses. Now, don't be lazy and find more Xehanorts in time to make the difference, although Apprentice Xehanort will be acceptable, but just don't make every other little vessel another Xehanort and just say, oh, that's Xehanort from 2 years ago, that's Xehanort when I was at my daughter's quinceanera, that's Xehanort when I was losing my hair, or some shit like that. So please, no, don't do that. Find other people that will become Xehanorts. But I like to see Ventus among their ranks. Although he falls to Ventus in Birth by Sleep and is indeed part of Ventus' heart, we see him with young Xehanort in Dream Drop Distance. My assumption is that Master Xehanort at one point in Birth by Sleep infused a part of his heart in Ventus before his defeat. That's why he's able to linger and explains that Ventus' eyes are yellow. So, come on, bring on Ventus. And it is also thought that the missing restored members of the old Organization 13 might be a part of this new Organization 13. However, this might not be the case, with Larxene and Marluxia due to their plans for insurrection, and Xemnas did state that weakness of trust are the reasons why they were not up to par. Years of suffered past. Since the fall of the 3 Keyblade wielders Aqua, Terra, and Ventus, it has been more than 10 years, and they have been inactive and suffering, and the return is inevitable. However, time must take its toll. Once they return, they must look older, all 3 of them. When Terra was possessed by Xehanort and becomes Ansem, he does grow from a young man into an adult. The same must be done for Aqua and Ventus. However, the question lies is, will they need new voice actors? Well, no, because they were pretty mature when they fell, so new voice actors would be a waste and it would be unwanted. Now, there's an argument that growing up does not work in the darkness, but that's irrelevant because Zexicon, Zigbar, Axel, Syx, Xemnas, and Ansem all lived in the darkness and had noticeable growth. Comparing Apprentice Xehanort to Ansem, and also a lot of people are saying, oh, but what if they were turned into nobodies when they were older? That was not the case. In the beginning of Dream Drop Distance, you obviously Braig, Evan, and Aenzo on the floor younger, especially Aenzo. He was still a kid, and Braig still has short hair. And then when they were transformed into nobodies, they probably looked the same and became older in that sense. And when they reformed, they stayed at their age. They didn't go back to the age before they became nobodies. So the whole age does not work in darkness is a no-no. So they all must look older. Gameplay. The possibilities of the X-Bar. We all saw the X-Bar in the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, but no one has really revealed what it does or what it's meant for. But I have some ideas. X could possibly use for drive forms, for the flow motion meter that I speculated about in a couple of videos back. It could also be used to put a limit on switching characters for my team idea. Or it could be used for Keyblade summoning or fusion ideas, or for the summon abilities that we've seen in the past before. It could be there for a lot of uses, very speculative. Multiplayer aspects. A lot of people have cried out for multiplayer in Kingdom Hearts 3, and I agree, it should happen, although I would not want multiplayer to be part of the single player story, like co-op or something like that. However, maybe like a co-op competitive mission mode in the same vein as we've seen in 358 over 2 days. And I may be going out on a limb here, but perhaps a battle versus mode in the same vein as Dissidia. Kingdom Hearts! Yeah. Pull out all the stops when it comes to Disney characters and make worlds feel alive. No more emptiness. In past Kingdom Hearts games, we've explored the world and it pretty much felt kinda dead aside from a few Disney or Final Fantasy NPCs and partners. This time around, we need people, animals, other stuff to look at instead of just waiting for the Heartless to show up to beat the shit out of them. Gameplay evolution from Dream Drop Distance. Now, Nomura did state in an interview, and even before that Dream Drop Distance will connect to Kingdom Hearts 3 in terms of gameplay, and Kingdom Hearts 3 will have an improved Dream Drop Distance gameplay feel. Now, I did enjoy Dream Drop Distance, but it screamed the fact that it was a portable title. So this was a bit of a turnoff knowing this. However, in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, it showed that the command bar had 3 options, which I found out translates to attack, magic, and item, with the 4th being question marks. It seems to me they're rolling with the command system from Kingdom Hearts 2. So what I'm thinking is Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay will be a hybrid between the console game mechanics and the gameplay from Dream Drop Distance, taking the best of both worlds and putting them together. A fast-paced, brutal attack mechanics that we've seen in Dream Drop Distance, including flow motion. You know I want flow motion. Along with the command system from Kingdom Hearts 2 and the context-sensitive special attacks within the combos that you set up within your combo list. There are more options as well. Literally, the sky is the limit when it comes to thoughts like this. Enemies. Now, we obviously know that the Heartless are back as enemies, but what about the others? And should we add a new type of enemy for Kingdom Hearts 3? Well, as for the new type of enemy, I say no. I say that we should have all 3 main enemies brought back together in one game. The Heartless, of course, and wherever there's Heartless, there are nobodies. And if I'm correct about Ventus returning as an organization member, then the Unversed will be a welcome addition as well. Put on all the stops, baby. This is Marvel. No, it's not Marvel. No, it's Kingdom Hearts. As for Dream Eaters, well, I mean, if you're a Kingdom Hearts fanatic, you should already know why they won't come back. So, yes, Heartless, Nobodies, and Unversed. All enemies inside the game. Story absolutes and inclusions. First thing off the bat when it comes to story, I cannot stress this enough. No more time travel. Let's see. How do you almost completely wreck an already confusing storyline in video games? And, well, I mean, in any type of narrative, how do you wreck it up? I don't know. Time travel? Fuck. In Dream Drop Distance, that shit just really dropped a whole heaping pile of fuck story structure on the overall tale. Although they did their best to try and explain everything, their concept of time travel was, and the way it was used by the enemy was very confusing, and I didn't understand it at first, but of course after some digging I went on to understand it. So I don't want time travel to be a major subject in Kingdom Hearts 3. Of course, we're gonna have to have time travel back in a sense, because Master Xehanort did say his new organization had to go back to whence they came, to their own time periods, and that they'll come back together once the 7 lights have appeared, so the 13 darknesses will clash in the Keyblade War. So time travel will come back, but I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, Sora, you must travel to this point in time again, you must travel to that point in time in order to complete the story. No, 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 no. I don't want time travel to be a theme of Kingdom Hearts 3. Here's an idea that got me very excited, not only myself but many others as well. Settling the score, Roxas versus Xemnas. Back to my idea of Roxas coming back, it's time for the score to finally be settled between these two nobodies. At the end of 350 over 2 days, Roxas was furious and hell-bent on challenging Xemnas and freeing Kingdom Hearts. That is until Riku intervened. Boo! In Kingdom Hearts 3, Roxas and Xemnas have some unfinished business, and it will be a great emotional fight. This is a clash between a man that Roxas at one point looked up to for guidance and leadership. Some would argue that Roxas at one point viewed Xemnas as a father figure. After learning the terrible truth and fed up with the way the organization handles their affairs, Roxas wants to take matters into his own hands. And this is the fight that many have been waiting for, and it's time for Roxas to give Xemnas full retribution. Which also leads into my next idea about final fights and final boss fights. The 4 storyline boss fights. Now going back to my idea of 4 storylines, 3 storylines composed of 3 teams in the final storyline composed of Sora, Roxas, and Ventus, they should each have their own specific boss, kind of like what they did in Dream Drop Distance. For Sora's team, which is Sora, Riku, and Kairi, they should go up against Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. For Roxas' team, which is obviously Roxas, Xion, and Lee, they should obviously go against Xemnas. For Ventus' team, which is going to be Ventus, Aqua, and Terra, they should go against young Xehanort, because they did have a fight with young Xehanort in Birth by Sleep, which in Japanese was the final mixed version, and the North American release was the regular Birth by Sleep. And for the final storyline, which I believe should be Sora, Roxas, and Ventus, they shall go against Master Xehanort, and all of these battles should comprise within the Keyblade War. Another story aspect that should be in the game is they should explore Xehanort's and Eraqus' past. Since they gave us young Xehanort, they should give us the juicy info on their past without time travel, maybe through optional cutscenes or reports, yada yada yada. As for returning cast and the aspects of Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy cast needs to return Cloud, and maybe this fucking time he can be a partner. But here's an idea that many will like. Noctis, from the upcoming Final Fantasy 15, which should release before Kingdom Hearts 3. He would be a great addition to Kingdom Hearts 3, and would make sense since Nomura wanted to invest so much time into this mofo. It will also make sense that Nomura will also give him a role in Kingdom Hearts 3. It will be great for inter-promotion, and fans will enjoy that. I mean, because Noctis, from what we've seen, he's a total badass. As for Disney inclusions, Tangled should be in the game. Tangled, the Kingdom of the Sun. Also, a lot of people may not like this or not, but I want to see Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland as a more matured version of Wonderland that grew up over the years. In the same vein as Space Paranoids and The Grid, maybe an updated name as well as Underland, because that's what the name was in the movie. Now, a lot of people have cried out for this, and I'm kind of 50-50 on it, and I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people have cried out for a Darkwing Duck world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I would love that, but I would want Kingdom Hearts to stay close to home in the sense of Disney films only, not animated series. Yep, sorry. Solely for the fact because many of the animated series aren't as popular or has made their mark in Japan or the rest of the world for that matter as the movies did. So that kind of could be a hit or miss. I'm sure American audiences would love that, but some audiences outside of America, especially in Japan, would be like, what? Yeah. answering the questions that are left out, and don't dodge this crap. There are many questions looming around Kingdom Hearts that, have been asked, but a lot of people tend to forget. I want to remind people of these questions, and I really hope they're answered. The questions are, well, some of them at least, are: why did Maleficent want the data from the worlds in Dream Drop Distance? Why was Organization 13 looking so hard for Ventus' body in Castle Oblivion? We need more depth explanation about the recompletion process when people become recompleted, because it can't be that simple as the Heartless nobody can destroy it. I want a more in-depth process. Why does Dark Mode Riku's suit look similar to Ventus' suit? I want more in-depth about what the heart actually is, their concept of the heart in Kingdom Hearts, through reports or maybe revelations. Walt Disney. Now, I've said before in both my videos that I want Walt Disney to play a role in Kingdom Hearts 3. And yes, I must address this, because this is part 3, and I've seen a multitude of you guys kept saying that, oh, Disney's already in the game as Yen Sid. Take Disney's name and spell it backward. It's Yen Sid. Okay, no. Yen Sid's name obviously is derived from Disney, but they are not the same person at all. You take Walt Disney, you take Yen Sid, not the same person. Yen Sid's name is a throwback to Disney, but they're not the same person. So stop telling me that Yen Sid is Walt Disney, because he is not. So I specify again, I want Walt Disney. Walt Disney himself presented as Walt Disney in Kingdom Hearts 3. And a lot of you have agreed with me so far, thinking that he should either be a god in the series or the very first Keyblade wielder. However, I want his role in Kingdom Hearts 3 to be very brief, but with an impact. But not that type of impact that will linger in the series. Kingdom Hearts 3 is a special game, a special case, and this is the only game I will want to see Walt Disney in. I don't want to see Walt Disney in more Kingdom Hearts games after this, just Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, guys? Walt Disney. Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally in sight, and its pending arrival has all of us turning up our eagerness up to 100. We are ready to experience the Keyblade War. HMK has ideas brewing in his head for this, many ideas for many games and this game as well. So once again, thank you so much for joining me in this 3-part installment of the most popular What We Need to See gaming subject, Kingdom Hearts 3. And thanks for getting it up to this point. I really appreciate all you guys, and thank you so much for making this popular. Will there be a part 4? Well, I like to say unlikely, because I don't want to milk this. I want this to be special. 1, 2, and 3, bing, bam, boom. I don't want to be spewing out random ideas about Kingdom Hearts 3. And it's still a long way until the game releases. So if you guys want it, never say never. So don't forget to subscribe and share this video. Thank you so much for this journey. What we need to see Kingdom Hearts 3 part 1, 2, and 3. And until the next video of Kingdom Hearts, because I'm going to be making a lot of those. I've been HMK. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll check you guys later.